Hello, everyone. This is Six Eyes Podcast with Devin and Isaiah.
Hey.
Have you ever wondered what some of your teachers' backgrounds were? Well, today's podcast, we went around the school and asked teachers about their background. And here we go. Hello, we got Mr. Bell here. How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Good. What do you teach?
I teach construction here at the high school. Everything from safety all the way to intro to construction and carpentry 1.
That's good. Did you do anything before teaching?
Yes. I did about 8 years in law enforcement right out of high school, college, things like that. Then I went into the industry of construction, and I did admixture salesman, which is an admixture is what goes into concrete. We did sold anything that went in or on concrete is the way we always described it. So I had 4 different divisions that I managed the last probably 17 years of it. I was in the Southeastern Regional Manager over 7 states for 4 different divisions, and those divisions were admixtures. It goes into ready-mix concrete, fibers. We made our own fibers and sold them directly to the customer. Then there was what we call construction products, which was epoxy-based flooring systems, things called dry shake hardeners, caulks, things like that. And then we had color. We did anything we do color hardeners, integral color into concrete, things like that.
That's interesting. You did a lot.
Oh yes, yeah. I've had a pretty good career, so far. So.
Yeah, you're a really good teacher. I mean,
well, I appreciate that. So,
if y'all do want his class, he is a really good teacher. So, yeah.
Thank you.
So on to the next question. Why did you get into teaching?
Well, I took a buyout from my company. I'd been there for, like I said, 27 years, and they ended up, wanted to go another direction after so long. So I took a buyout from the company, and then so I have what they call a non-compete. I can't work in that industry for a year.
Yeah.
So some of the administration came to me and said, "Hey, look, we're looking for a construction teacher, and we'd like to see if you'd want to try it out for a while and see what you think." So I told them I'd give it a year and let's look at it, and I really enjoyed it. Yes.
So what do you think about it now? Are you gonna stay into it, or?
Yeah, I'm planning on staying. I really enjoy it. At beginning it was a little a little different than things. I taught a couple of years at night in college. I taught computer programming, which in college is a little different. They're there and
a little bit more mature.
Mature nighttime. They're a little older. A lot of you people are a little bit older, but I've come to like this. It took me a little time for that first semester to get my feet up under me and get everything. Then met people like you and several other kids that I don't want to say kids. Y'all are adults. So you met some other students that that came around and got to know them, and y'all made a good impression on me. So I've enjoyed it. Yes.
I really like being in your class.
Oh, I appreciate it. So, we have our ups and downs. I get a little loud sometimes. So I have that loud voice, as they tell me, but have to get your attention somehow.
Yeah. So, what's the best thing about teaching? What's your best thing?
Really getting to know the students. I mean, I would have never met most of y'all. I mean, I really would have. There's times I know, the students get angry at me, or not angry, but, they don't want somebody telling them what to do. But, I do it in the best of heart. I want you to learn. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to pass. I want everybody. But my thoughts are you have to earn it. I'm just not going to give it to you, and to have that breakthrough to like you and I sitting and talking and, and just, getting to know each other and getting to know your strengths and how, the things you like. And, that's the best part is just getting to know new people. I've always been a people person. So I like to meet new people. I talk to everybody, never meet a stranger. And, I was in sales and management forever. So wherever I went, I was always meeting new people all the time. So this, every semester I'm meeting somebody new, get to know everybody. That's what I like about it the most.
What's the most interesting, this ain't a question on my thing, but what is the most interesting kid you've ever met?
Oh, there's many of y'all.
You
included. No, you included. I mean, there's there's people that I think are going to be one way or the other. You know, I think, I'm going to have problems out of this, this student or they're so quiet. And then after a couple of weeks, you get to know them and they really open up and find out their interest. And I so far, I mean, like I said, I've been doing it for a semester and, just a quarter maybe, So I really can't say the most interesting because everybody's been interesting so far. There's a lot of people that are extremely quiet, they didn't say anything. Then there's people like you that, just open up and blossom and talk. And, and I don't mind people talking. I don't mind people, speak your mind. I want you to speak your mind. You're an adult and I want to hear your side of things. And I may disagree with you, but I may, not go with what you say, but I'm always have an open ear to listen to what you have to say. So I've heard a lot of interesting things from people. But, not one certain person has been just so interesting that it's just overwhelming. I mean, not overwhelming, but, that it just stands out so much so far. Yeah. I've enjoyed meeting everybody.
Was there ever a dream job?
At the beginning, I always wanted to be a biologist. That was my dream job when I first got out of high school. And I had a biology teacher here at this high school. I graduated from Haralson County in 1984. My wife, kids, grandkids, everybody still go to Haralson County. I'm a rebel through and through. Been here my whole life, So, but I had a teacher back then. His name was Joe Bird, and he was my, like my star teacher to me. And he was my biology teacher, and I think he's passed away now. But he got me into that. I really enjoyed biology, and then I got to college and started doing it, and I changed my major 2 or 3 times in college, and got into computers and wanted to be a computer programmer for a while, and then I just didn't want to sit behind a desk, So I went into sales and went into law enforcement, did all kind of things like that. So
that's like some things like on some topics. Like I thought construction was going to be easy, but I really didn't get into it until I was in your class, and the math was really hard for me because I'm not good at math. And it's just like some things you see it as it being easy, but when you look into it and you think about all the ways, it's harder.
Sure. I mean, that's the thing about construction. A lot of people, think, that's just easy. You just put a few boards together. But as you saw, the process of thinking about it, visualizing what you're building and how to make it, it's a lot more to it. The one thing I harped on to y'all about is we're going to learn to read a tape measure. And a lot of people had problems reading the tape measure, but once you learn it, it's something you'll never, and you'll use it all the time.
I had to use the tape measure the other day because we were measuring the table and stuff like that. And I was gonna make a project for this class, but I just decided to do something else.
Well, I think in most of all of your lives, you'll be sitting, looking at things for the rest of your life, and you'll think, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do, and you'll get creative, and you'll eventually figure out, hey, I can do this. I can build this. I can teach myself the things I don't know. A little bit of research, then it becomes fun because then you can say, look, I did this, and that's when you impress yourself, hey, look here, I did this. I like people with confidence. I know I can figure that out. I be confident and be positive,
That's a good message.
Yeah. So,
is there anything else you need to say?
No, I like I said, I've really enjoyed meeting everybody. I want everybody to know that, like I said, if you come to my class, I want you to be open and speak your mind, and but you're going to have to earn your grade in my class. It's not going to be just a, hey, come on in here and we're going to walk out. When you leave this class, and you go into the real, I don't want to say real world, but the work world, I want people to say, hey, those people know what they're talking about. Yeah. They understand what they're doing, and they've got some knowledge. I want to, like I said, I'm a rebel through and through. I love this place. I always have, and I want to put out the message that Haralson County is a place that you want to be and you're proud to be from.
Well, we're going to end that on that note. Go Rebels, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.